Now, as those tensions continue to mount over Ukraine, Russia is strengthening its troop deployment along Ukraine's borders. On the other hand, NATO is trying to match Moscow's deployment. Stuck in the middle is Ukraine. For months, Russia's Vladimir Putin has denied planning to attack Ukraine. The West, despite the Russian president's claims, has raised several alarms, claiming that Russia has enough troops at the Ukrainian border to launch an all-out offensive. With his latest move, recognizing the rebel-held Donetsk and Luhansk in eastern Ukraine, Putin has torn up a peace deal, in his words, to maintain peace. Russia has deployed at least 150,000 troops near Ukraine's border in recent months. Fears of a full-scale Russian invasion that could jeopardize Europe's entire security structure are only mounting. Russia has Ukraine surrounded by three sides, with its troops in Belarus, Ukraine's rebel-held areas, and in Crimea, which was annexed by Russia in the year 2014. Russia is setting up new units apart from its permanent ones on all three sides. The latest satellite images showing fresh deployments of Russian troops and paramilitary equipment along the Ukrainian border. Images showing multiple field deployments of armored equipment and troops departing from existing military sites into the forests and fields just 30 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. Satellite images from southern Belarus showing deployment of more than 100 military vehicles and dozens of troop tents. The West claims Russia has positioned over 150,000 troops along Ukraine's borders. And to counter Russian deployment, the US and NATO are sending more firepower to Russia's doorsteps. The Western allies are increasing their deployment in Eastern Europe, in Poland, Romania, and the Baltic region. The Pentagon is moving up to 8 F-35 fighter jets to several operating locations along NATO's eastern flank, a battalion of 20 attack helicopters from Germany to the Baltics, and an attack aviation task force of 12 helicopters from Greece to Poland. The deployments were made in response to Vladimir Putin's latest aggressive moves. Around 6,000 U.S. forces already have been sent to Germany, Poland, and Romania. The United States has more than 90,000 troops in the continent, most of whom are positioned outside Eastern Europe. Over the past month, Joe Biden has more than doubled the number of American ground troops in Poland to around 9,000 and in Romania to nearly 2,000. The NATO chief has said that the allies will continue to do whatever is necessary to shield the region from aggression.
We have over 100 jets at high alert, and there are more than 120 Allied ships at the sea from the high north to the Mediterranean. We will continue to do whatever is necessary to shield the alliance from aggression.
The United Kingdom has repeatedly over the last week cited intelligence indicating that Russia is planning an invasion into Ukraine. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has announced further lethal and non-lethal aid to Kiev.
Mr. Speaker, I can announce to the House that in light of the increasingly threatening behaviour from Russia and in line with our previous support, the UK will shortly be providing a further package of military support to Ukraine. Yeah. This will include lethal aid in the form of defensive weapons and non-lethal aid.
Canada also will be deploying additional 460 troops to Eastern Europe amid escalating tensions following Russia's recognition of the breakaway regions of Donetsk and Luhansk. NATO allies, spearheaded by the United States, have already sent thousands of additional troops to bolster their eastern flank as tensions have escalated. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.